All right, here we are, OneNGlen back in action, checking in from the garage. We have a few tutorials that I'm gonna run through. They're all gonna come out on separate days. One is gonna be how to change oil on your Jeep, how to change differential fluid on your Jeep. So we got all these coming out here in the next week. Stay tuned. Part 1, how to change your oil. As you will see, I do have the Jeep all up on jack stands in the garage. All the wheels are off, tires are off. And I'm gonna do a tire rotation, but first up, oil change. $5.20 full synthetic, 6 quarts, and the good old STP 1166.5 oil filter. All right, first thing first, for an oil change, you're gonna wanna remove the oil from the pan before you take out the filter or you open your oil fill plug. So that's gonna make it so it does not just come jamming out of the oil pan. It's a 12 millimeter. Let's get down under here and get to work. It's a 12 millimeter bolt. Right here you'll see. I've already got it kind of loose. So now we're just gonna, and I always drive the vehicle so it gets all the detergents and everything breaking down all the old crappy oil. And then come up here from the top side, get it to where it's almost about to fall out. And then you're just gonna, let me see, spin it and let it roll. There we go. Perfect. Grab your plug from here, put your plug off to the side like that, and let this baby roll. Always make sure that you have your little pour cap out, or else it's going to build up air pressure and it's going to start bubbling and burping and you're going to have oil all over the place. All right, after you get the oil drained and it's just barely trickling out, leave the pan underneath there, leave your bolt out, come up top. You can take off the oil cap to get some extra little pressure in there. It'll let the other fluids leak out. You're gonna take off your cover, which is just snaps in. There's no bolts, but your cover should look like this, unless you're running that Hemi conversion, not this guy. Anyways, it just goes on these little standoffs. So there's no bolts, you just pry it off pretty easy. This is your oil filter. You're gonna come in here with, I believe it's 24 millimeter. 24 millimeter, and you're gonna loosen that up. Keep a spare bag by you because there does, a little bit of oil does drip out of there. So I like to, when I get ready to pull the oil filter out, I put it straight into a Meyer bag, something that is leak proof and won't let oil get all over the place because you'll have some oil, built up oil in the oil filter itself. All right, so let's get this baby loosened up and rocking and rolling. What I like to do is do a straight swap into the box. So you're gonna pull it straight out of there. Well, look at that. Oil filter's still in there. It wasn't even attached. Okay, you're gonna pull it out by hand, put it straight into the box, into the bag. Your new oil filter will come with a new O-ring like this. I use a screwdriver, take off the old one, slide this one right back down onto the same spot. New oil filter will snap in like that, and it literally just goes right back. Let me turn you around. Right back in. Spin it on down. Take your 24 millimeter, snug it in. It does not have to be cranked in super tight. So just get it down in there until it stops. Just give it a little extra bump and you are good to go. All right, now before we start putting oil in, your oil is still dripping. Your oil pan is still open. The bolt is not in there. You're gonna come under here, screw this bolt back in to the oil pan. Always make sure you have your trusty rag. Wipe it off so you don't have any excess oil. The oil pan, like the oil filter, just needs to be snug and a little extra turn. It does not need to be cranked down super tight. Just like that. Take your oil, re-wipe it off. Hey, Lover Buns. I don't think so. Lover Buns is over here harassing us as usual. Next, 6 quarts of oil go in to your fill spout right here. Six quarts of oil is in the Jeep. What you want to do now is just double check your dipstick, make sure that it registers that you're full of oil, and you are good to go. You're going to want to reset your oil changing indicator on your Jeep. You put the key in, you turn it to run, do not start it. Mash the gas pedal, I think it's 3 times, but if you mash it 10 times and I think 3-4 seconds, something like that, mash it a bunch of times, turn your keys to the off position, and then fire it right back up. Your oil indicator, if you re-look at it, it will be back at 100% life, and you're good to go. That is literally how you change your oil on a Jeep JK. All right, crew. See ya. OneNGlen out. Peace.